Hello, dear aquarist. Welcome again to one of my videos on a case of a fish disease. And today it's about a dwarf cichlid apistogramma. And this apistogramma was showing a typical behavior that I notice quite often in the aquaria of hobbyists. A fish that becomes weak and becomes skinny. So I examined that apistogramma, and I first will show you the video how this apistogramma behaves in the aquarium. So I'll show you my PowerPoint, so I will be able to explain you in detail what we observed with this apistogramma that has an internal bacterial infection. And that is sometimes, well, a case when we deal with ornamental tropical fish that we encounter quite often, internal bacterial infections. I will explain in the treatment a little bit more how that could be possible. In my books, of course, I explain also about the diseases. Where do they come from? How can you prevent them? How can you diagnose? And especially, what medications are available and how should we apply the medications. That's all explained in my books. The link is below in the subscription in detailed explanation of the video. Here we see the agasszi, dwarf cichlid. You see the skinny ones in the back. They're not behaving normally. I'll show again the video. They're separated from the group. They're not so hungry. They're separating and slowly wasting away. That you have to learn to observe when you feed your fish if they all come to eat. Here we see another video, and you will see one in the back here. This is where it starts with. Maybe another one here. They become skinny, not hungry, wasting away, and eventually they will die. So we examined this fish and we found internally in the spleen, here on the left, the melanomacrophage centers. That's a kind of defense action by the organs with macrophages to engulf the bacteria that they are invading, so to protect itself. But at the same time, it's taking away healthy spleen tissue. And here we see the same thing in the liver. These inclusions are usually due to bacterial infections. And we see a lot of bacteria here around. Look, all those little tiny spots here also next to the spleen. It's all bacteria. And at the same time, this was a female dwarf cichlid apistogramma, had very bad gonads. See the female gonad, you see some of the eggs are still good, but some are very badly infected to the bacteria. So that female apistogramma was badly sick. So the treatment, well, you can imagine that some fish are doing better, still eating, have a chance when they eat to overcome the disease, to fight off the disease by building up a good immune system. So, but they might show later on this problem when the disease develops in the aquarium. And the origin, in many cases, is caused by non-beneficial bacteria, such as those that we can find in frozen or live food. This is a case that could explain this problem. Ask your aquarium shop or your fish doctor for a good antibacterial treatment or antibiotic. And at the same time, a food can help. And for this dwarf cichlid, to help to control the infection, we recommend our Dr. BASSLEER BioFish Food, grapefruit seed extract in moringa, or FUCO or FORTE. Those are three different feed of food sources that can help the fish to deal with this infection. In my books, I explain about the diseases and how to treat. Try to get them. If you want to learn more about fish diseases, about quarantining fish or diagnosing fish, go to my Patreon channel so you become more an expert. So I hope this video about this dwarf cichlid help you to understand internal bacterial infections. There was no signs to see on that fish on the outside. No fin rot, no wounds. But usually, as explained when we deal with bacterial infections, that you have to see red wounds and fin rot. Not always. Sometimes it's only the organs. And that's why the microscope helped me to understand this problem. I thank you for watching and subscribe to continue to learn more.